in the control room here of Studio A, Angel Studio, and we have, I don't know what show this is on right now, but Norm's going to tell us which show. Here we
Yeah, we're here in Control Room A, and Elizabeth is directing Tiempos. And Mario is the producer and host of the show. It's a religious program, and we have a balance in regards as far as you may hear that it is Spanish. We have a reflecting our Hispanic audience and part of the community. On average, about 30% of our programming is religious in nature, and really we're trying to keep things in balance. So obviously we want to have local sports, entertainment, lots of information, but obviously religion is very important too.
Oh, yes.
It's always big.
This is their opportunity. Access is about the only opportunity they get really on television, unless you're a big outfit like
and you can pay to play. Yeah,
that's right.
Studio A here, as far as is our biggest of the 3 studios that we have. We've got Sony cameras in here. We have 4 cameras working right now in the studio, and the size of the studio is 40 by 35, and it's huge. This is something that we're very grateful as far as we've been able to pull this off in part of our renovation aspect of things.
We could put an elephant in there, couldn't we? It's
well,
big enough.
You know, I used to have a policy as far as animals, and that the policy used to be no elephants.
No elephants.
Because they wouldn't fit through the door.
I had a zookeeper in here. Remember that?
That's right. Yeah, but I think the doors are big enough now, so I'm going to have to amend my policies.
Okay, very good. Well, we're going to wind this up right now, and as we leave, when we leave, we'll take a break, and then he can shoot into the studio, see what it looks like. Okay? That's it. We'll take a little break.
I have one more thing we need to say from this Studio A. This is where all of the hotline shows are. All of the live hotline call-in shows are. Calling all angels.
Okay. This is the editing room, and this is where the Angels show is edited. And
Studio A suite.
Oh, really?
Yes.
In other words, I
Studio A.
said Angel, didn't I?
Oh, you did.
I said
Excuse
that, of
me.
course. So you're welcome.
Yes.
Tell me what kind of equipment this is.
I wish I could.
You don't know?
I know it's
Don't
a
let her
toaster.
in here again. You hear me?
It's a toaster. It's something that you get at weddings. They give you 4 or 5.
And that's right. I remember at most of the studios, when they get to know how about the toaster, well, as soon as you see one of the things that they edit, everything's flying all over the screen. They just want to show everybody what they can do with the toaster, you know. And this is the toaster. Okay, well, we're going to go to a Studio B right now and show you the smaller studio. And we did a show in there last night, so.
That's right, yes. Studio B, a little bit smaller studio. We'll see in a minute as far as the studio itself is 25 by 25. We're in the control room right now. And this equipment is not quite as old as far as we resurrected this in the mid-90s as far as when we put together the second channel. And all of our studios have live call-in capabilities as far as phone lines coming in.
Wonderful.
The city council members use Studio B here for their council call-in shows. So yeah, on occasion we have politicians in here. Always a good time. And
or they wouldn't be a politician, don't you understand?
That's right, that's right. And so once again, as far as in here, we have Panasonic cameras. Still, we're on a digital tape format. And full graphics as far as Mackie soundboard, all kinds of wonderful graphics and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'll go around the corner and get things.
I want to talk to her a minute while you're going. You know what? This is where we shot your show. What's your show called again?
It is. My show's entitled, well, I have 2 shows that I produce here, Cliff. The first one is Angels Talk, Soul Relationships. And the second one is a live call-in show, Calling All Angels Hotline.
Oh, really? How
Yes.
did they call you?
Well, they call on a telephone line, and I've had calls from all over the world, Cliff.
Really?
Yes.
What,
On the hotline. It's a
your,
hotline, Cliff.
Do they know your name?
Yes, my name is Sandra.
Sandra what?
Sandra Lynch.
See, no one knew that till just now.
Oh, really?
No, you haven't said your word.
Well, you know.
What's my name?
Your name is Cliff Ayers.
No, it's Ostermeyer.
Ostermeyers from the Fort Wayne.
Right. Okay, we're going to go in here, and we're going to follow Norm.
Okay.
And yeah, come on, Studio B. Now, here we go.
Pan
I'm going to just hold this a minute. And we have a 3-camera shot here I can see right now. And Norm's going to be explaining what kind of cameras we have in here. Here's Norm.
Thank you. Once again, Panasonic cameras that we're using in here. We've got several of these that are deployed throughout our systems. And also, as far as unique to this studio, is we have a remote control camera. When Studio B was originally set up, the room was so small that there wasn't space behind the middle camera for a camera operator. So we put in a remote control aspect as far as so that we'd have enough space for everything. And it's kind of carried forward. This studio is a 25 by 25 square studio, and so we tend to shoot in the corners or along the wall quite a bit. And in just a little bit of historical perspective, as far as the Studio A that Access Fort Wayne operated for over 20 years was actually smaller than this studio.
You can shoot a good show in a phone booth with one camera if you got the right material. You understand? I mean, I just won't tell you, Norm. We've shot in phone booths, so here we go.
Yes, indeed. Obviously, as far as, you just crop the shot as far as what you want.
Yeah, right.
And you've been in here yesterday. Was this your first production in here?
Yes. Yesterday, I'm real excited to share with everyone. I spoke with Cliff Ayers about a new event coming up, American Star Search for the Big Band Era. I was so excited, I could barely sit in my seat, so we're going to look forward to that coming up here in the near future.
Big band. I love that music.
Well, it's going to be the American Big Band Star Search. Did you hear about it, Norm?
No, I haven't
The Big
yet.
Band Star Search. We're starting. I'm the last of the Big Band Hall of Fame singers, so they contacted me to do this. But we're going to have it in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, and Miami. The colleges that play big band music are going to present their product to us on the DVD or whatever just a regular CD with their pictures, and we'll do the West Coast first, then Chicago, then New York, then Atlanta, and then Miami. And the 5 people we choose after they send every product into us, maybe 40 bands will send their stuff in. I'll pick 5, and then we go out there to film a half-hour show with the 5 bands, and the people call in that they like the best band for Los Angeles area. And we do the same thing each city,
Okay.
and then you'll have 5 finalists, and then we want to get an hour on Fox television for the finals.
Sounds fantastic.
Well, it's just a good idea. You got money to invest in that, or how's that work, Norm?
I have channel time. I can invest in channel time.
But there you go, okay? Well, we're going to take a break, and we're going to look at the library a little bit, okay? We want to show the size of this library, and Norm has got the shot going to go all the way up and around, and you're going to see us on that side. Let's shoot it up and around, see what it looks like.
Cliff, this is what we call the Great Hall, this building incorporates a whole block, a whole city block.
Isn't that amazing?
And so the hallway here runs east and west from Ewing Street over to where Webster Street used to be. So this is the main thoroughfare. And it's kind of like a mall as far as the main thoroughfare through a mall, and then the departments branch off of the main hallway.
So this is called the Great Hall.
The Great Hall.
This is it, the Great Wall and the Great Hall. We've got the Great Wall in China and the Great Hall in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And this is great.
I know a bunch of architects that are smiling about that right now in New York.
Really?
Okay, yes.
Okay. So we're going to go over to this screen over here if we can. I don't know if it's going to take that or not. We're going to show you what they have over here, okay?